These knuckleheads are really dangerous. These Harris County deputies. Well, this sergeant, he's out of a job, I do believe. Well, either way, he's just turned himself in. He was accused of killing a suspect, a shoplifting suspect, not a murder suspect, not a carjacker, but a shoplifter. Harris County deputy accused of killing suspected shoplifter turns himself in.
Just hours ago, a Harris County Sheriff's deputy accused of killing a shoplifting suspect surrendered to authorities. Sergeant Garrett Hardin was indicted by a grand jury yesterday and charged with murder. Our Michelle Choi joins us live from court downtown. And Michelle, was he given a bond?
Yeah, Cheryl, after turning himself in here in the 262nd, Sergeant Garrett Hardin's bond was set at $10,000 by a judge. He was then turned over to a bail bondsman, and at last check, he was being processed at the Harris County Jail. But he is expected to bond out today. Now, take a look. Just a few hours ago, our cameras were rolling as he made his way down the hallway with his attorney and walked inside where the judge heard probable cause before setting that bond. Now, Sergeant Hardin, according to prosecutors, shot and killed 47-year-old Roderick Brooks July of last year after responding to a shoplifting call last July. Body camera footage was later released by the sheriff's office. Hardin claims Brooks grabbed his taser when things escalated on the ground during a scuffle. Today in court, his attorney said Brooks tased Sergeant Hardin, so the deputy shot him in self-defense. They were also upset and said someone called and sent the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force to pick up Hardin from his home yesterday, something the two prosecutors in charge of this case claimed they knew nothing about.
In this case, it's particularly egregious considering this happened a year and a half ago. They certainly have been working with the defense. We presented a grand jury packet. They know where he is. They know where we are. All it would have taken was a simple phone call.
Yeah, we're told Hardin was not home at the time when this happened. Now, this comes a day after a Harris County grand jury indicted Hardin for murder. Brooks' family applauding that indictment. Another big development in court today. Well, a trial date's already been set for next month. Today, Hardin's attorney filed a motion for a speedy trial. The judge granted that. Now, coming up at 4, I'll have a lot more from Hardin's attorney and why they believe that this is going to be a close and shut case, and how the victim's family is again dealing with tragedy after they say.
Well, closed and shut case is what the defense is going to say. They're going to be like, our cop was doing his cop thing. And the rest of us know, well, yeah, that cop was doing the cop thing. And that was to use unreasonable, excessive force, take somebody's life, and then claim immunity. So we'll keep you up to date on this one, folks. Should be interesting. Okay. Well, this is the man that Sergeant Harris was chasing. It was apparently shoplifting, allegedly, before the sergeant decided to get on him. And here's the story of that. This is how it went down. A grand jury indicted a Harris County Sheriff's Office sergeant on a first-degree murder charge Thursday in the death of Roderick Brooks following a brief foot pursuit last year. Sergeant Garrett Hardin shot and killed Brooks in July 2022 during a struggle in which the 47-year-old shoplifting suspect appeared to grab and release the sergeant's taser. Body camera footage released by the sheriff's office shows Hardin shot Brooks in the back of the neck area as he lay face down on the ground. The location of the taser at the moment Hardin fires is not visible in the video. The pursuit followed a Dollar General store employee reporting Brooks in northern Harris County. The indictment marks a rare murder charge against a Harris County law enforcement officer who killed a civilian while on duty. Hardin, a nearly two-decade veteran of the sheriff's office, faces 5 to 99 years in prison if convicted. Brooks' family lauded the indictment, which followed repeated calls by relatives for criminal charges against Hardin. After waiting over a year for this case to go in a grand jury, the family is relieved that the journey for justice on behalf of Roderick Brooks has begun. Brooks' family said in a statement. The family described Hardin as a rogue cop who used his badge and gun under the color of law to murder Roderick Brooks. In an interview, Brooks' sister, Demetria Brooks Glaze, called the indictment a blessing. Now we can go back to Roderick's graveside and say, "We told you we were not gonna stop," Brooks Glaze said. "We were raised to fight for family." Brooks Glaze added that the family recently lost another member, her brother, Wendell Brooks, to gun violence in Houston last week. Hardin's lawyer, Justin Keeter, did not immediately return a message seeking comment. All right, Hardin has been on administrative duty since the shooting, said Jason Spencer, a spokesman for the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Now the Sheriff's Administration Disciplinary Committee will review the evidence gathered by the Internal Affairs Investigation and determine what disciplinary actions should be taken. So I guess he does still have a job. All right. Well, a lawyer representing the Brooks clients were most appreciative to the district attorney. In this case, instance, justice delayed was not justice denied. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, folks. We'll definitely be following this case. And Roderick Brooks, his family can go to his graveside now and say they kept fighting, and the grand jury has sided with them and decided to indict a real bad sergeant. I'm interested in the outcome of this case. I know you are too.